Today on the newscast, the Israel Defense Forces are on high alert for a potential Hezbollah attack as that maritime border deal between Israel and Lebanon unravels. Get all the breaking details next. Hey folks, Erick Stakelbeck here. Welcome to the Watchman Newscast. We had some breaking news today, Thursday, October 6th. The Israel Defense Forces were placed on high alert by Defense Minister Benny Gantz. The reason, that maritime border deal between Israel and Lebanon that we've been discussing here on the newscast as of late, that looks like it's unraveling right now, and Gantz and the Israeli security establishment are very concerned about a potential Hezbollah attack. Remember, Hezbollah over the past several weeks has been threatening to attack Israel if Israel went ahead and started to develop that Karish natural gas field. Israel, of course, has been developing a great deal of natural gas off its Mediterranean coast. Lebanon wants a piece of the action. They are saying that some of that territory, some of the natural gas in those Mediterranean waters, it's not Israel's, it's Lebanon's. They've been saying that now for a few years. And the United States has been trying to broker an agreement between Israel and Lebanon. As of the weekend, this past weekend, it looked like it was essentially a done deal. The interim Israeli Prime Minister, Yair Lapid, was talking up this deal, saying it was a good thing for Israel's security. And all that remained, it seemed, was for Israel and Lebanon to sign the dotted line. You might say, why is there a U.S. mediator? Amos Hochstein is his name, running these talks and putting it all together. That's because Israel and Lebanon, remember, have no formal diplomatic relations. But now the deal appears to be off, at least for now. And folks, I believe that's a good thing. We documented this on yesterday's newscast live stream. We went for a solid hour live. You can check it out in our archives under newscast. If you missed it, while you're there, be sure to subscribe to the Watchman News channel right here on YouTube and click the notification bell so you get alerts every time a new video is posted. A lot is going on in the world's most volatile and strategic region, the Middle East, so you don't want to miss a day here on the Watchman Newscast. But again, they were ready to sign the dotted line, Israel and Lebanon, and all of a sudden, Lebanon reportedly is making new demands and demanding more concessions from Israel. Now, I mentioned a second ago that Lapid says the interim Israeli Prime Minister has been saying this is a good deal. Benjamin Netanyahu, the former and perhaps future Israeli Prime Minister, has roundly criticized this deal. He's called it a capitulation to Hezbollah and said it threatens Israel's security. The former U.S. ambassador to Israel, our friend David Friedman, also was critical of this deal on Twitter this week, and now it appears to be unraveling. Essentially, Lebanon wants more. The Lebanese government, they're requesting or demanding more than was originally agreed upon between the two sides, and they want, I guess, greater access to these natural gas deposits. Israel, to its credit, said no way, we won't cave to these new demands. According to people like Bibi Netanyahu, Lapid gave way too much territory up, and as we know, that's never good for Israel, whether it's maritime territory in the sea or on land. When Israel gives up land or any kind of territory that's under Israeli sovereignty, it does not end well for the Jewish state. Look no further than Southern Lebanon, where we'll visit in a minute. It's all still very murky, but the bottom line, folks, to know is that the deal for now is off, which brings us back to that high alert. Benny Gantz said that the IDF needs to prepare to act either offensively or defensively in preparation for Hezbollah potentially stirring things up. Sheikh Hassan Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah, said about a week ago that Hezbollah's missiles, quote, are locked on Israel's Karish natural gas field in the Mediterranean. So if Hezbollah dared attack that Karish natural gas field or tried some sort of other incursion into Israel, the IDF is ready to respond with overwhelming force. According to Benny Gantz, they are indeed on war footing right now, a very tense situation. According to European diplomats and the White House, The deal may be delayed, but it's not dead yet. We shall see. We've heard the same thing about the Iran nuclear deal for years now, so perhaps this Israel-Lebanon negotiation will drag on as well. The key thing to remember here, folks, is we're just a few weeks out from the Israeli election. That's right. November 1st, Israel will possibly elect Benjamin Netanyahu once again to be prime minister. Yair Lapid is his main competitor, of course, who is the interim prime minister right now. So all of this drama in the run-up to November 1st, will we see what some call an October surprise? We've heard that a lot here in the United States over the years during elections. We're keeping a very close eye on it for you. Since we're talking about borders between Israel and Lebanon, although we're focusing on the waters today and the maritime border, I thought it would be very interesting to take you to the northernmost point in all of Israel, right along the Israel-Lebanon border, where I visited a little while back with my good friend, Israeli Reserve Major Eliot Chodoff, to get an up-close look at the Hezbollah threat and what Israel is facing from southern Lebanon. Take a look. Welcome back, folks. We are wrapping up with our good friend Eliot Chodoff on the Israel-Lebanon border, a critical, obviously, area for Israel's security. But I think where we're standing right now, Eliot, may be the most critical spot in northern Israel, in a sense, when it comes to the Hezbollah threat. Where are we right now? Why is it so important?
Well, right now we're walking on the security patrol road of Metula.
Gotcha.
And this is the Metula security fence. But just on the other side that we're coming up to is the border fence, the border security fence with Lebanon. And beyond us here, the patrol road for the IDF, as distinct from the road that we're walking on, which is Metula proper.
And what's this wall, by the way, right here?
This wall is to protect us from snipers. If they start shooting at us, this is where we're going to want to take cover.
I'm glad we're standing here right now. A good place to be.
They're not that accurate, though, so it's okay.
Thankfully, thank God. So, Lebanon's right there. It's a 10-second walk, folks, from where we're standing right now. It's right there, and which means Hezbollah is essentially right there, right?
Right across that fence. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of them are dug in watching us from the field.
Wow. Okay, I won't wave and take any chances, but thank God I'm with an Israel Defense Forces Reserve Major, a warrior, and a strategist, Eliot Chodoff.
Remember, the cover is over there.
Yes, it is. But it's good to know that the wall is behind us. No entry, a closed military area.
That's the IDF patrol road, the electronic fence, and Lebanon just beyond it.
And Eliot, you were saying off camera, we were chatting, this, where we're standing right now, folks, is the northernmost point in all of Israel, right?
Right here.
This is it?
From here north, it's Lebanon.
Yeah, from here north. You're basically, folks, what you're looking at is the edge of the civilized world, because just beyond, like a few paces right there, is Hezbollah country.
Right, the barbarians.
The barbarians, they're literally at this gate right here that you see. Eliot, as we wrap up here, what comes next? Does Hezbollah continue with these efforts to dig the terror tunnels? What are we looking at?
Hezbollah continues to prepare. They're preparing for the war that we all know is coming. It'll happen when Iran gives them the order. Yeah. So they're going to continue excavating the tunnels, continue building up with the weapons that Iran is shipping them.
Thanks again to our good friend, Israel Defense Forces Reserve Major Eliot Chodoff, for his great analysis as always. Folks, that great northern war that we've talked so much about here in the newscast, it will pit Israel against the likes of Hezbollah, the Iranian regime in Lebanon and in Syria. That's coming, and the Israel Defense Forces say that it's not a question of if, but when. So we're watching that very, very closely. Hey, if you like that clip from the Lebanon border and you want to see more like it, be sure to tune into our weekly 30-minute TV show, The Watchman Show on TBN, where we are on the ground in Israel and points beyond, bringing you the in-depth inside look from the world's most pivotal region, the Middle East. You can catch it tonight, every Thursday night, at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on TBN, also Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to check that out. And if you want to see the show before anyone else, you can become a Watchman Premium member. Just go to our homepage under Join, and you can sign up for Premium membership, where you get the exclusive first look at every brand new episode of the Watchman TV show before anyone else and before it hits the air. So check that out as well. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Watchman Newscast. Until tomorrow, God bless you. And remember, never hold your peace. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the Watchman Newscast. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, click subscribe, and tap the bell icon to turn on notifications for new Watchman Newscast episodes every weekday.